Dear students of class 7, this is an important video for all of you as I'm going to deal with all the 5 questions, which is in question number E. Answer the following question in detail. Students, today I am going to tell you the answers of all these 5 questions. As you always ask for the answers, so I've thought of making a video for this. Students, watch all the YouTube videos of your class and tell your friends also to see this. If you keep watching the videos, you will get the answers and you will be benefited regularly. So let's take the first question. What were the factors that led to the fall of the Western Roman Empire? Once again, what were the factors? Means, why did the Roman Empire fall? So we have to write the reasons. So we'll get the answer here, as we are going to write the long answer, means that our answer should be little narrated well. We can start writing the answer. First you will write on your copy the factors that led to the fall of Western Roman Empire. Okay, and you can give number A. Giving number A, you can write from here: the barbarians breached the boundaries of the Roman Empire and invaded deep into the crux of their expense. They also invaded and looted the city of Rome. These tribes took over all the major provinces and established numerous post-Roman kingdoms. In 476 CE, the Germanic leader Odoacer overthrew the last West Roman Emperor Romulus Augustus. This marked the fall of the mighty Western Roman Empire. So students, will be writing the next point. You have to mark B and give political and economic conditions, and giving the dash you can start writing the answer. People in the Roman Empire also faced a lot of political and economic problems which speeded the decline of the empire. There was a decrease in agricultural production. The rulers started producing more coins, which led to inflation. The political system of the Western Roman Empire was weak and unstable. All these reasons led to the fall of the once mighty and powerful Western Roman Empire. So this is the answer of question number 1. We'll take describe the spread of Christianity in Europe. Question number 2, describe the spread of Christianity in the Europe. We'll write the answer. You have to write the answer here. After the spread of Christianity, dash, after the devolution of the Roman Empire, Christianity and its power center, the Roman Church, emerged as the unifying force in the Europe. Then you can write, most people in Europe converted to Christianity and every state in Europe adopted Christianity as the state religion. When a king or a feudal lord converted to Christianity, his subjects would also convert immediately. So this is what you have to write from here, and you have to continue from this paragraph. As Christianity spread, the number of churches also increased. Grand churches were built in each city of Europe. These churches were very active in spreading Christian education. So this will be the answer of question number 2. Now we'll go to question number 3. As we can see, question number 3 here. How did the Byzantine Empire continue to flourish even after the fall of its Western counterpart? Answer is here on page number 10. The Byzantine Empire also had to face invasions by the barbarian tribes. However, it could withstand the onslaughts due to several factors like its geographic location, stronger administrative center, and internal political stability. So this is the answer of question number 3. It's little short, so you must be happy with that. This satisfies the question. Now we'll talk about question number 4. What role did the monks and the monasteries play in medieval Europe? We have the question number 4 here. Students, you can see here in this paragraph, we can write the answer from here. The monasteries played an important role in medieval Europe. The monks and the nuns engaged in social service and spiritual duties. They nursed the sick and wounded, taught children, cultivated the land around the monastery, gave food and shelter to needy. And you can write from here. After that, the contribution of the monastery was particularly profound in the field of education. And besides religious texts, the monasteries also trained students in the disciplines of history, philosophy, medicine, law, and astrology. I've tried to keep it short for you so that you can memorize the answer easily. And after that, you can write the answer. You have to continue the answer. Universities of great and timeless renown, such as Oxford and Cambridge, were part of the Christian commissions, which later developed into secular universities. So this is how we'll do the question number 4. This was the answer of question number 4. So students, now we'll talk about question number 5. As we can read here, question number 5. It is said that the Crusades brought about many change in Europe. It is said that the Crusades brought many change in Europe. Explain. So we had studied on the last page. We have to write question number. We have to write the answer from here. Though the Christian Crusaders could never decisively win control over the Jerusalem, the Crusades opened the door for both economic and cultural exchange between the Christian and the Arab worlds. And give point number A, Renaissance, you write, and you have to explain Renaissance a little. The Christian Crusaders gained knowledge of several great civilizations as well as the culture and traditions of the Greek and Turks. The period of Renaissance witnessed a revival of classical Greek and Roman literature, which in turn inaugurated modern age in Europe. I'm speaking this, you may also see this on your book. If you are unable to see it on the screen, students are trying to just make it clear for you. You can write point number B. This will be included in answer number 5. Trade and commerce, you write dash. So you can start answer number 5 from here, and you have to add this point and this point. The Crusades introduced the Europeans to the opulent lifestyle of the East. They developed a taste for finer things and luxurious lifestyle. of the East. European merchants established direct trade links with the East and other parts of the world. So this is the end of question number 5. We have given the answer. You have to write this and this, what I have read for you. So students, we have completed long, or you can say answer the following question in detail, that we have completed question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can write it, and if you have any problem, you may tell me on WhatsApp. Tell your friends to watch this video and write the answer on the notebook. Thank you so much for listening. I will come with the next chapter in my next video. Thank you, and keep studying. Stay safe.